Start. I will call to order the Torch Lake Township regular board meeting of June 18th, 2024 at 7:01 p.m. Will you join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a couple housekeeping items. Board, when speaking, please move close to your microphone to ensure you are heard clearly for the YouTube streaming. And I request that citizens who speak to adjust the height and stand close to their microphone. There will be two opportunities for citizen comments. I will be requesting individuals stay within the 4 minutes of both citizen comment sections and would appreciate everyone keeping their points concise. I would request that comments are made respectfully to the board. We are here to discuss the township's business. Citizen comments should pertain to specific issues, concerns, or policies they would like to bring to the board's attention. With that, we will move forward with the first item. We have one set of minutes to review. This is for the meeting of May 21st, 2024. Anybody have any comments?
I need to ask the board's assistance in item number A5. I was supposed to go back and fill in the name. I wrote number 5, but I neglected to fill in her name. She got up at the end and was speaking about, with all the county people that were here. She got up kind of as part of, who was speaking? Judy Parliament was speaking, and then this lady got up. God.
The younger girl?
Yeah.
Pardon?
The younger girl you're talking about? That
She was
spoke?
new.
Okay, do you know her name?
No.
Okay. Okay, I can go back to the tape.
Yep, that's fine.
So I'm going to add her name to number 5, okay?
All right.
And that's all I have.
Okay. First one I've got is item number 2. You said you were going to change the date from May 23rd to April. Is that April 23rd then?
Okay, hang on.
Yep.
Yes,
April 23rd then,
okay.
right? And then on the second page,
No, would it be tonight's meeting?
no, it says here, let's see. In item A3, change vote at home to Torch Lake Township. In item C1, change builder to developer. In item H, change date from May 23rd to April 23rd. I'm
It was
assuming.
23rd, okay.
Well, I'm assuming if you're changing it, the date's going to stay the same. It's just the month you're
We'll
changing,
assume
right?
nothing. Okay,
The second page, section E, you had down there for 3, the day park sprinkler system. You were looking for the name.
yes.
The name is Thunder Cloud Sprinklers.
Thank you.
Any other changes? Hearing none, then I will make the motion to approve the May 21st, 2024 regular board meeting minutes with changes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Jason. It is moved and seconded to approve the regular board meeting of May 21st, 2024 with changes. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
4-0.
All right, Kathy.
I'm going to take a half an hour or so to explain to everybody about the new 9-day voting change, which is why these postcards I was kidding. Why these postcards went out in the mail. I had to notify all of our registered voters that for the August election, we will not be voting early here in Torch Lake Township's hall. We decided to consolidate with Banks Township. So we're actually going to vote for the 9 days only up at Banks Township Hall, but it will be with a combination of their workers and our Torch Lake workers. So what that will do is save wages costs for both townships for sure, and other costs that will go along with that election. However, you can still vote on election day here in Torch Lake Township, or as I tell people, you can always vote absentee. And some of you are going to receive another application in the mail to get a ballot for August. And if you're interested, there's a place where you can check on that application that you want to receive ballots automatically in the future without having to do an application every time. So in essence, what's happening is we had an absent permanent voter list that were people that were getting applications and then people that were getting ballots. Well, the ballot list has grown, and as it's grown, the application list has demised. So, and that's definitely going to go away by a year from now. So bottom line is you can vote in the township hall always on election day. You can vote absentee always. Or if you want to participate in the 9 early days, you'll have to go to Banks Township to do that. And there's nothing to say that we won't change our mind again and decide not to do it that way. But it was very expensive to run the February election by ourselves because of the amount of hours that we had to pay our workers for being here 9 days, 8 hours a day, well, 9 hours a day, times a minimum of 3 workers times 9 days. It added up. We thankfully are going to be reimbursed for those wages from the state of Michigan, as well as any of the other costs that we had. But I can't promise that they'll do that for every election in the future. So if you didn't understand why you got these second postcards, it was to notify you to go to Banks Township on those 9 days or come to Torch Lake Township on election day. Is that like crystal clear as mud?
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
Let me say back to you. If I go for the 9 days and I go to Ellsworth to vote, I'm like voting, it's the same kind of condition as if I was voting on the election day. That is, I will vote and my ballot will go in the machine.
It will.
Now, it used to be when I wanted to vote absentee, because you don't send it to my house, I haven't requested that. I could walk in the office and either take it home and finish it or bring it back or finish it here. Can we still do that?
Absolutely.
Can we do that during the 9 days prior?
Sure. If you want an absentee ballot, yes, you can apply for that anytime.
Okay.
Good. All
Okay. The other thing, this I think will interest Alan. He probably already knows about this. We have an agreement. Excuse me for a minute. The hemlock trees in our township have been exposed to the woolly adelgid, which is like a beetle kind of thing. And because we are close to trees that are infected with that beetle, we are going to be eligible to have treatment in our own township. Bottom line is, if you have no idea, I didn't know what a hemlock tree looked like. I do have a nice handout, and I would be happy to copy that off for anybody that wants more information about this. This is in cahoots with Charlevoix, Antrim, Kalkaska, and Emmett counties. So it's important for you to look at your own trees if you have hemlock trees and look to see if you have this beetle. And there's not beetle, but there's pictures of it in this flyer also. And I can print that off for you in color. So if anybody would like more information about the bug that's devastating our hemlock trees, come and see me after the meeting.
We have a lot of those in the township.
Hemlocks?
Yes, it's a long-lived tree, grows very well. We've lost we've lost the white ash, we're losing the beech, now we're gonna lose the hemlocks. The only thing left will be the red oak, maples, different kinds of maples, and the ash, the softwood. That's too, wow.
Yeah, but there is a treatment, and the treatment is effective for 3 or 4 or 4 or 5 years. So that's the good news. And speaking of treatments, what's going on with Phragmites? Are we out of them? Have they gone away? And I haven't heard anybody complain about them. We haven't sprayed.
The, they're appearing over at the Nature Preserve.
Oh, they are?
And the chairperson, the new chairperson is in communication with the county. And we're going to try to get some action taken down there to take care of
To
that.
treat them again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's starting to spread. And
Nothing on the other side here on Torch Lake yet?
no, nothing that anybody has come up with.
That's good. Well, I haven't heard anybody complain about them at all, so. Okay.
All right.
Did that take me a half an hour? I tried.
No, but you probably kept us from having a 10-minute meeting.
I probably did.
All right,
Sharon's probably watching. Be careful.
we'll get a text from Sharon. All right, excuse me, the next item is the approval of the agenda. Anybody have any changes? It's pretty brief. It will be the first time in 42 of our meetings that we didn't have any new business, so. All right, then I will make the motion to approve the agenda as presented. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Kathy. The motion has been made to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you, board. We will proceed with citizen comment, and respectfully, we'll ask the sheriff to be the first up. That way he can go to his next meeting.
Absolutely.
Good evening, Kevin Hoke, Sheriff, Antrim County. Just want to go over a few things. First part of June, we had a pretty serious call that came into Central Dispatch. We had a elder female that went down on the golf course. And one of my dispatchers did a phenomenal job. He instructed CPR over the phone, and we got a save.
Wow, excellent.
We had Chief Drollinger with the Bel Air Police Department. He assisted with a defibrillator, and if it wasn't for that defibrillator and our dispatcher, it wouldn't have been a good turnout. I had contact with a very good friend of this individual, and they told me that this individual is doing fantastic. So what a great thing.
Good.
Story.
Yep.
So, but another note, I want to talk about some patrol vehicles. Thank you, Commissioner, for helping out on this. We ordered 2 black Ford Explorers, and we're going to change, the graphics are going to be changed on these patrol vehicles. It's still going to say sheriff on there, but it's going to be in gold, and you're going to have sheriff on the backside, and on both sides of the patrol vehicle, it's going to say Antrim. Right now, none of our vehicles have big lettering that says Antrim County. People should know which county we're from. So there's a little 911 emblem, if you look out on my patrol car out there, it says Antrim County, and it's probably about an inch. So I don't like that. People should know which county we're from. So your township report for Torch Lake for May, 911 checks, we had 6. Alarm, we had 3. B&E not in progress, breaking and entering, we had 1. Car deer crash, we had 3. Driving complaints, we had 3. Larceny in the township, we had 1. Marine patrol complaint, we had 1. Marine stop, we had 2. Medical calls we assisted with 17. We had 1 mental health situation we dealt with. We had 1 missing person was found.
Yeah.
Motorist assist, we had 1. Paper service, it could be a subpoena, PPO, it could be anything with our paper service team. Private property PDA, we had 2. Property damage crash, we had 3. Suspicious situation, we had 4. Suspicious vehicle, we had 1. Unwanted subject, we had 1. Wellness check, we had 2. You had 72 calls for service for Torch Lake Township for last month. Any questions on the report, ladies and gentlemen?
Sheriff, what does PDA mean on private property?
Private property damage. It's a private property crash is what it is.
I mean, an accident.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
Think that's good.
All right. Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Appreciate
Thank you for coming. All right. Next.
Jemima is going to speak to us again this week. Pull that down. Just like that. Perfect.
Hello, my name is Jemima Rubing, and I'm 11 years old, and I'm from Banks Township, and I would like to read a poem about dads because Father's Day was Sunday. Only a dad with a tired face, coming home from the daily race, bringing little of gold or fame to show how well he has played the game, but glad in his heart that his own rejoice to see him come and to hear his voice. Only a dad with a brood of 4, 1 of 10 million men or more, plodding along in the daily strife, bearing the whips and the scorns of life, with never a whimper of pain or hate for the sake of those who at home await. Only a dad, neither rich nor proud, merely one of the surging crowd, toiling, striving from day to day, facing whatever may come his way, silent whenever the harsh condemn, and bearing it all for the love of them. Only a dad, but he gives his all to smooth the way for his children small, doing with courage stern and grim the deeds that his father did for him. This is the line that for him I pen. Only a dad, but the best of men.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice.
And having read that, let's have her dad come up next.
Good evening, thank you. Couple things happening with the county. We have a Bebop machine that cleans the beach, and Antrim County is partnering with the Tip of the Mitt Watershed, and it's going to be coming to Antrim County to the Antrim Creek Natural Area on July 9th. It's probably going to be 10 a.m., but it's weather dependent. They can't run it if it's stormy out, but they had hoped to bring it to Barnes Park, but it's too steep of terrain to get it in and out easily. So
What about the nature preserve?
haven't heard anything about that. I can ask.
You might, I mean, it's a public beach. It would be
Right.
good to run that down that beach,
Which beach?
nature preserve.
I'm sorry.
This week I had a meeting with Northern Michigan Association of Counties. It's 21 counties that each send one commissioner. Every month we have a meeting. And we had put some effort into a signature drive to put, it was called Citizens for Local Choice, to return power to local townships for wind and solar. There was a state bill that passed that took that away from the township and gave commercial authority to a governor-appointed body of 3 people. And we got a lot of signatures, but we didn't get enough. So it's not going to be on the ballot this year. So that was kind of a setback. Because as you've all known from my years of coming here, I believe that local government and the people that it affects should have the biggest say. So that's been my philosophy. And then you are correct about the hemlock woolly adelgid. It's in different places in Antrim County. So Mike Merriweather, our forester, is watching different places where there's a lot of hemlock trees because they're great trees for wood. The Antrim County Master Plan is posted on the website, 70 pages long. It's a comment period right now. Next month, the commissioners will be looking at approving it. So if you have comments, now is the time to submit those. And I think that's all I have.
If the forester finds problem in our township, will you have them get in touch with me and we'll put a notice out on the website and constant contact. Because I'm assuming people will have to notify somebody to get the treatment.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So let us know.
Does that cost the property owner, Jairus? Or is that something that,
I am not sure. I think the Conservation District is helping with that, but I'm not sure the breakdown of how it's paid for.
okay.
I'd have to check into that. And I don't even know how expensive it is.
Customers shall pay nothing for its services of the CD, the company that's going to do it.
CD
The
chemical
expense for the
control.
treatment is covered by funding from the Michigan Invasive Species Grant Program administered by the Department of Natural Resources and/or U.S. Forest Service through the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative Program. Wow, that was a
Fine.
sentence.
So the DNR is helping.
All right, so let them get in touch with us so that then we can put that out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, Alan, you probably got a couple thousand of them things.
A lot,
Yeah, you do.
a lot.
All right, we
We
have
got-
one more?
We've got one more, yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Richard Frisky.
Good evening, folks. I am Richard Frisky from Banks Township. Your township, ours, Banks, and Central Lake share the same county commissioner, Jairus Rubing, and I'm here to tell you how much we think of him. He is, I just believe that he has a wonderful perspective on what is best for our county, and I think he works tirelessly, whether it's popular or not, to affect the right kind of changes. He's a young man with a young family, multi-generational family farm that he's got a lot invested, a long future ahead if the Lord tarries, and I would love to see Jairus reelected, and I think he does a great job. I'm the chairman of the Antrim County Planning Commission, and Jairus is always very interested in what we're doing. He just really keeps tabs, I think, on things that are going on in the county, and I just ask you all to consider supporting him strongly in his reelection effort, as we are. Thank you.
Thank
Great,
you.
thank you. Yes, ma'am, we had one more sheet we didn't ask her to fill out
Oh.
a card, but that's all right.
I
Just,
can fill out a form. Sorry.
nah, that's all right.
My back to anyone. Gentlemen, ma'am, my name is Stacy Truesdell. I am here tonight. I'm a candidate for Antrim County probate judge. Right now, I serve our community as chief assistant prosecutor. I am responsible and work closely with Kevin Hoke, and I am responsible for a lot of the cases that he has called in about. Probate court is an interesting situation because it is a nonpartisan position. It's also very interesting and important because we interact with families at all stages of a family's life, whether it's with a juvenile child who may have gone wrong, or a family that's in crisis and maybe suffering some sort of neglect issues. I handle the juvenile matters. I also handle the district court and circuit court matters, so I'm used to prosecuting adults for misdemeanors and felonies as well. There is discussion in Antrim County that, I'm rotating because I hate having my back to people. There is discussion in Antrim County that the probate court judge may be asked to take on all or part of the district court judge's responsibilities. I am prepared and happy to do that as well. Prior to being the chief assistant prosecutor, I served as a referee in the 13th Circuit for Antrim County, which means I handled divorce, child custody, child support issues, mental health issues, abuse and neglect, and made recommendations to the judges I presided over hearings. Before that, I've been in private practice and devoted my entire career to family law. So this is a position that means a lot to me that I feel I'm uniquely qualified for. I am not on the primary agenda, so I will be back and get myself on the agenda in the fall, and I hope to be able to speak to you more in depth and take some questions and answers. I'm going to leave some material over here. There's lots of information on here, including my website, and that way I won't get rid of your 10-minute meeting. Thank you guys very much.
All right, thank you. All right, any other comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Anyone wish to pull any of the reports? Hearing none, I would like to just draw your attention to the Mike Bertram's report for the ambulance. On the first line under finance, he says, "We remain fully staffed. We are currently the only fully staffed EMS unit in our surrounding area." And I think that's a huge plus to Mike running it. And Mike, I appreciate your putting that on the report. I think that's fantastic. Other than that, I will make the motion to accept all of the reports by consent. Therefore, they are so approved.
Correct.
I'll second. Did you make, is that with a
You
motion?
don't-
No motion.
You don't, no, I
He
just said a
misspoke.
motion.
Oh.
I just moved that they are approved by consent.
I'm just trying to help you move along,
I
Bob.
know, I'm trying. Hey, listen, I'm trying. We have to subtract the clerk's 20 minutes. All right, special reports. Jason,
Meeting was, no meeting,
yep, there will be a meeting this Monday.
Monday.
And it's a critical meeting.
Yeah, it's a big one. We have two issues or two different things that we're gonna discuss.
Special use permits, I think,
Yep,
right? And
yep.
I think also
One's a seasonal rental and another one's storage
the other
units.
one is storage units across from the marina over here.
Yep.
And I think you're also addressing the rewrite to move that through. And just as a comment, the planning commission did not meet last time because there was quite a lot of extenuating circumstances that took place over the course of 2 days, and we couldn't get a quorum. So it wasn't really anyone's fault. It was just one of those things. The stars were aligned the wrong way for us.
Did you say, it says Tuesday here, I thought you said Monday for that
Monday,
planning.
Monday.
24th.
It says Tuesday, the 24th here in the,
Yeah, that's a mistake.
It's a mistake. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
okay, thank you.
Yep.
It's the storage units and what was the other one?
Weekly rental, I
It's a-
think,
Yeah,
Weekly-
seasonal
weekly
rental.
Seasonal or weekly?
Well, weekly, yeah.
Okay.
summer.
I think it's similar to what was done on the M88 property at one time.
Yeah, the
Similar
little house that
request.
used to be the real estate office, yeah.
Yep. Kathy, FOIA update.
Yeah, I had 50 of them submitted. I'll tell you about each one of them. You guys lighten up. Come on.
50?
No, I have no new FOIAs.
You're awful
Well,
jo-
Kath,
You're awful jokey today, Kathy.
yeah,
I'm just goofy from the heat.
goofy from the heat. All right, financial report, as always, any questions regarding the financials can be directed either to myself or the clerk's office. There wasn't a whole lot of activity. We had one extra expense this month that was unexpected, and that was the down payment on the second ambulance. We had approved that, but we didn't get the final billing until recently, so therefore the payment took place now. Other than that, I think we're in good shape with cash, and we'll just keep moving things along as they are. All right, with that completed, item number 4 is no longer valid, so you can remove that from the agenda. Under old business, we have no old business, and as I said, for the first time, 42 meetings, we have no new business items. So we'll jump to board discussion. The Traverse Bay Nature Preserve had a meeting last week. Mary Van Valen has resigned, and Chris Crowell is stepping forward as the chairperson. One of the issues that has come up is the amount of garbage and refuse that has been left at the beach. We've gone down there a couple times, and I think what we're going to try to do is have L. Davidson or somebody else in the township go down and check it out, either on a daily or every other day basis. We also are putting some new poop bag signs up there that will have a container for people to drop that in, and that should eliminate a significant part of that problem. As a board, at this point, I don't see us putting a receptacle down there, only because if we do, ultimately word will get out and a lot of people will start taking their stuff down there. And I'd prefer not to have that happen. So unless there's a comment from the board, that's all I have on TBNP. The crowds have been good, and the parking, nobody's parking down there, at least to our knowledge. And the neighbors are monitoring for Bob and I, so that if we get something, then we'll go down and take a license plate and issue tickets for it.
The one thing I wonder, I was just trying to run my mind through our agreement. If that beach was to be used like for beach activities as opposed to a nature preserve. I don't know if that's in the agreement or not.
You mean as far as swimming or sitting on it?
That kind of thing, right?
It primarily says things like no fires, no fireworks,
Right.
but it doesn't say anything about not being able to lay on the beach or set up a
Okay.
chair or anything.
Okay.
We're just saying you can't park down there. The one issue we had, somebody took a picture of one of the commercial guys launching a lift through the section that we have open. And I'm not sure if that's really approved, but unfortunately, the people who live on the bay, that's the only place they can use. So I've got to go back and look at that. The problem is we really, unless the fire department is willing to chain that opening, if in fact it's not allowed, then we could chain the opening. But right now it's a pretty big opening so that they can get the rescue boat down. So we would have to see, I think we have some hooks there. We could run a chain across it. You could add the padlock, and that way the fire department could control that. But I'm going to look into it and see. That's it for TNP. Items for informational purposes. We don't have anything, but I do want to tell you that they have been working on the irrigation system the last 2 days. The park has been closed. They have pulled the lines. The electrical line is down to the beach for the pump. They think they'll be pretty much done by Thursday. The park will be closed again tomorrow so that they can put the heads on and do the test. And then if you're interested, I can communicate when they're going to run all this, the big launch of the irrigation system. Bob Hawkins has been down there tirelessly for the last 2 days, making sure people aren't parking, going around the edges, or sitting on going into the park. He said a number of people, when they're told that the park is closed because we're going to put a sprinkler system in, they were very positive about the fact that it was not going to be brown grass in the summertime. So I think, though there's some people that think it might be a misuse of funds, I think we have a park, it ought to be green, and the people are responding favorably. So with that, that's all.
They're a little behind. Our last meeting, you said they were going to be there Thursday, and a month later.
Hey,
You were on
Hey.
me.
I was on you because it was
We
weekend.
probably could have had it done before that now.
No, he didn't. He couldn't do it during the weekdays. He had said so.
Uh,
So don't try to give me a hard time.
I'm just making sure
Otherwise,
I remember what you said.
Josh should have been here. All right, so I have nothing else. Citizen comment. Any further citizen comments? If not, then board comment. Any board comment? Kathy?
No,
Good.
thank you. No.
You already had your 20 minutes.
My 20
Ellen,
minutes of
Jason.
fame are up.
All right, I don't have any board. Thank you for coming tonight. And thank you for the citizens who came here. The meeting is hereby adjourned.
What time is it?
It is 7:37.
Thank you.